me ask you this. Now you cut all that shit out. Do you ever feel like, because we went up for that cheat meal that time.
Yes.
So you cut everything
I feel
out.
like shit, remember?
And you felt like shit. And then that does that make you want to continue eating like shit or go back on and get right back in savage mode?
I'm all about performance, bro. I've always been, no matter what. Okay? It's one of them things where even when it comes to women, if I made you orgasm, I'm dead serious. You know what I'm saying? If we had a contest, I made you orgasm 6 times, I can never get anything less than 6.
Welcome to the Batcave.
Fuck are we talking about here? No way. But everything for me is all about performance.
Yeah.
If I can lift and do something today, if when I come in the next time and I can't do it, I'm all in my head. I'm just like, all right, did I not sleep?
You're running down your checklist.
Yes.
You're running down everything.
Exactly.
Like, what is the issue? That, so I had that Whoop band for a little while.
Yeah.
I don't like paying for more subscriptions, so that's my issue. I hate fucking subscription models. However, the Whoop band was pretty cool because you wear it constantly. So instead of like an Apple Watch where you got to take that shit off and then charge it, the Whoop band is constantly on. So you slide a charging brick on top of the Whoop band. So it's cool. Like you can't shower you could shower with the Whoop band on, but you can't like shower with it if it's charging.
Yeah.
But you have it on constantly, so it's constantly monitoring your heart rate, constantly monitoring everything you're doing. So
sleep patterns, everything.
Sleep patterns, everything. So like when the Ryder Cup was on, which is the golf tournament that I was watching a couple weeks ago that I was obsessed with. Go USA, we beat the Europeans, let's go. Even though I'm like half and half. I feel like drawn to the Italians, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm in the USA now. They were showing all of the golf guys as they were like all the professional athletes, golf athletes, as they got up and they hit their starting drives. Because man, you're in front of a crowd.
Yeah,
you're in front of it. You're playing for the cup. They show the heart fluctuations of how it goes up like 10, 20 beats per minute, like right there. And then as they hit the shot and they come back down, it was wild. So the metrics part of it is pretty crazy. You might like, I don't know if you ever heard of it, you might like the Aura Ring. You heard about the Aura Ring?
No, what is it?
Aura Ring's like $200,
mm-hmm.
and it's a ring that you wear, and it constantly monitors your body temperature, and it constantly monitors your activity/sleep patterns. It's supposed to be one of the most accurate methods.
I would love that. I'll tell you right now, there's going to be nothing documented in my sleep patterns because I don't sleep. So
ever,
dude, it's actually getting bad. I don't see any. I'm not diminishing in any way. None of my performance or anything like that. The way I feel, nothing is. It doesn't feel detrimental, but I know it's not right. I preach fitness and I don't sleep.
You were telling me about the sleep patterns, and I was like, dude, it's crazy.
And you know what? Even if I do have time, if I get off of work early and I get home and I'm like, all right, I want to go to sleep or whatever, I never do. I stay up. I'll find another stupid little workout to do. I'm like, you know what? I'll do a little bit abs, do a little arms. I'll sit here, do some push-ups. I'll watch ESPN. Before you know it, it's 1 o'clock in the morning and I got to get up at 3. And then I'll lay down, I'll doze off, and I usually say, I'm going to lay down and take a little nap because it's all it is. It's a fucking nap.
I can't function
and
like
I'm
that.
Up and I'm out the door. And I'll tell you one thing, it's funny because now, if I do actually sleep and get hours of sleep, I'm a wreck.
Really? So your body has gotten so accustomed to sleeping minimally.
Wreck. I'm tired the whole day. I'm dragging ass the whole day. 4 hours or more, if for whatever reason. Like if I go down to Florida and chill, I literally will sleep a little bit more there, right? Because I don't have a 4 a.m. client, right? So I'll sleep a little bit more. Those days, I'm like literally like just I'm relaxing, maybe you might want to call it the Florida lazy.
What do you get, like a little, it's the opposite for me. If I get up super early, like the dog wakes me up or something like that, like I usually wake up around 7:30 anyway. So like this morning I was up at 6, but if I wake up, I eat something, and then I go back to sleep, I am fucking done. Like if I sleep for an hour again, I wake up, I'm hazy, I'm like delirious, it almost feels like you're still asleep, and it takes me a couple of hours to almost wake back up.
That's how I am in the middle of the day. If I have a cancellation and I sit in my car, I'm like, let me just lay down, stay in the car for like 10 minutes, 20 minutes or whatever. I literally feel like I'm like drunk or high.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel floaty. You feel like, oh my God, like what's going on?
Just going through the motions, and I don't like that feeling. So because of that, I don't even take the nap. I don't.
Because of that, I don't
like,
sleep.
I'm not even going to do that. Because you know what? People come in to feed off my energy. You know what I mean? They don't come in for me to be like, oh man, I'm tired today. Shit.
Well, that's probably being here. So that's probably good advice for any trainer, right there. That's like the first tidbit.
Dude.
Like, if you're lulled and a little drone and not feeling the workout, which I'm sure everyone's got their days. It's not something that nobody goes through and that you should always be high energy. But that right there, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but that right there, I want you to elaborate on, because so many people could probably learn from that in terms of keeping that energy high, and not only just in training, in just work in general.
Life, not just work, but life, just in general. Just think about it. You know, if this is your profession and you're a trainer, people are coming to you for help. Some people don't want to be in the gym. They don't have the desire to be in the gym. So if they come in and you're already complaining about being tired or not feeling like being here, you bringing up your situations in your life that are slowing you down or bothering you, instead of maybe listening to your client, focusing on just them. That's what it is. They're paying for your time.
Yeah.
They're not paying for you to complain about not sleeping, complain about being hungry, complain about having this amount of clients, complain about, having a busy day and, you're exhausted, and they don't care. That's not what they're paying for. Shut your mouth. Give them what the hell they're paying for.
Yeah.
They're paying for your time. They're paying for your energy. They're paying for you for, unfortunately, a little bit of motivation. Like I always tell people, I don't want a client that needs me to full-blown motivate them. I need you to want to be here, because if you don't want to be here, you're not going to get along with me.
It's never going to work. It's never going to work.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I am going to push you to motivate you, but we're not going to get along if you are not motivated yourself, because you're going to end up hating me and I'm going to end up hating you. Because now your energy is going to pull from me.
You're going to see that name on the calendar, and you're going to be like, fuck, man. It's the last person I feel like training right now.
I am lucky. I'm blessed. Thank God. If it comes down to things like that, I can bump those people. I've been in this industry for, Jesus Christ, I'm going to date myself here, but
Santa Maria Jesus.
I've been a trainer for over 25 years. I've been doing this for how long? Like, luckily, I've built a clientele base that's pretty extensive. Praise Jesus, but I have the leeway where if I'm not getting along with this person, I don't care what they're paying me. I'm not even.
You made your
I'm not
bones.
even putting them back on my schedule at all.
That's honest. That's how it goes in a lot of industries. That's how it goes in my industry.
There's very few people that I feel like I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Most of my clients, I enjoy training them. You see me in the gym. I'm cool with my people.
You're amped, man.
We're good, man. We're always pushing people, always trying to get the best out of them. And if you don't want that for yourself, we're just not going to get along.
Yeah.
You're never going to meet somebody and be like, oh, Jamal's a bad guy. Well, you don't know anything about me. So what you do know is you wanted to come in and train. So either you like me or you don't. And the reason you're not going to like me, the only reason you're not going to like me is because we have different views. And when I say views, I mean me trying to get you to where you tell me you want to go may not be the route that you want to go, but I'm giving you my professional opinion and advice, and you don't want to do it.
Takes that work ethic.
And all you're going to do is complain. I remember one time I was training this girl. She said she wanted to be a bodybuilder. How much weight do you think I have to lose? I tell her, you got to lose 50 pounds. She's like, from where? I said, you want me to grab it? Like seriously. You asked me a question, I'm giving you a straight up and down answer.
Yeah.
You got to lose like 50 pounds. Here we go. Made a diet plan. We're training on a regular basis. She's down 35 pounds. She's like, wow, I feel amazing, blah, blah. Comes in a couple weeks later, and she's like, Jamal, I think I hit a wall. I'm not losing any weight. Something's going on. We got to tweak the diet. I said, we don't need to tweak the diet. I said, have you been cheating? No. You didn't have any alcohol, no cheese, none. No.
No cake pops.
I'm like,
Starbucks, nothing.
Yeah, none of that shit. And she's like, no, I swear. I'm like, all right, you know what? At this point now, I'm second guessing myself. I'm like, this is not supposed to happen right now. We're supposed to have a steady weight loss every week, every month. Like, what's going on here? This is not right. My calculations can't be off.
He's sitting there doing
You know what I'm saying?
calculus right in his head. He's
exactly. I'm like,
yeah.
no way. So here I am looking at the paperwork, and I'm like, nah, man, this can't be.
No dice.
Listen, God is good, because here I am. I go out on a date. I make Grimaldi's in Brooklyn, okay? I'm sitting down, I'm having a salad with shrimp, grilled shrimp. And here comes a party. And who is attending this party but her? So I sit back and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go say hello. But I'm gonna wait till after.
Yeah. Let's wait till the
dinner date.
Let's wait till
Right?
the
I'm gonna
entrees
say
are
hello
served.
afterwards, right? And all of a sudden, and I wasn't trying to catch her. I just was like, you know what? I'm in the middle of a date. I'm not gonna walk away and go say hello to another girl. You know what I mean? So I gotta be respectful. And I'm watching. I'm like, wait a minute. Why is she going pound for pound with beers with that dude? Damn, that's 1-2 beers already. She said, all right, now I'm kicking back because I gotta pay attention.
You're sitting back, you're enjoying now dinner
She's
and a
sitting
show.
there bodying this guy, taking down 12 beers, 13, not the light ones.
Oh, we're talking full body beers.
Pie of pizza comes out. Houses it. I'm like, what? Didn't say a word. Didn't get up. Didn't go say hello. Nothing. Left. She comes in for her session, and she's like, yeah, something's not right. This and that. I said, okay, when was the last time you got on the scale? She was like, this morning. I said, did you gain any weight? And she said, no, I've been still hovering at the same weight. I haven't lost anything. I said,
Get
now,
on that fucking
be honest
scale
with
right
me.
now.
I said, I need you to be honest with me. Have you had any cheat meals? No, I've been following your diet to the T. I said, you haven't drank any alcohol, no, like, dairy, like, you stayed away from the wheat gluten. Like, you haven't had, like, let's say, for instance, a slice of pizza. You haven't had that, right?
Nothing,
She's
right?
like, no, I swear to God, I haven't done anything. I said, all right. You know I don't like liars, right? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I want you to be honest with me. If I'm going to help you, I need you to be real. I'd rather you just tell me I broke. It was a lot all at once. So I binged. I'd rather you just tell me that if you did. But I didn't. I said, okay.
Okay.
You cut me off to tell me a blatant lie. I went on a date last night. Whoopee. I went to Grimaldi's in Brooklyn.
No, the
I'm
face.
going to give you one more chance now to tell me the truth. And she's like, I said, I watched everything.
Everything.
I counted every beer. I wanted you to come in here today and tell me that you binged, that you had a cheat day. But you looked me in my face and lied to me and said there's something wrong with the program. That means there's something wrong with me.
That's what I was about to say, which is like a straight up insult to you, saying that you're not doing your job.
Listen, I'm old school. I hold you accountable. This day and age, nobody holds anybody accountable.
Nope.
Okay, you can sit there on Instagram and call somebody some type of names or whatever, or say that their kids are ugly or whatever. And what are you gonna do? Call Instagram and complain, block them. He's gonna make another page, fuck with you a little bit more. But back in the day, go ahead, talk about my kid, talk about my friend. I'm just gonna knock your teeth out for you.
Yeah.
You won't do it again.
Never.
But nowadays, it's not like that. So with her, I'm like, no, I'm all about accountability. So I was gonna give you the chance. But unfortunately, we're not there, so we're not training anymore. What do you mean? I was like, I'm not putting myself through this where you got me sitting here thinking that I'm doing something wrong, okay? I'm sitting here looking at my notes, holding myself accountable when you're not.
You got me fucked up.
I was like, nah, you can go find yourself another trainer. Jamal, no, I'm good.
Selection.
I said, I'll see you, and I'll high five you every day.
I'll dap
I
you
wish
up.
you
That's
the best.
it.
When you get on stage, I hope you win. But I ain't your coach.
Good for you, man.
She's just like, nah, I can't. I'm sorry. I said, too late for that.
Too late. No, it's good.
All it was
already,
being honest.
You already
That's
already
it.
made me look at. You made it look like I was the one that was being false
Like,
with what we were
dude,
doing, and it's
come
you. You're
on.
fucking up on your diet.
Exactly.
But that's how a lot of shit goes, man. A lot of shit that I hear about from the bodybuilding and stuff like that. And we're gonna get into all these stories.
Yeah, it's great.
We're gonna get into everything. We have so much to talk about. But you know, just very briefly, a lot of these bodybuilders, like, I'll speak to a couple of them. Their coach will think that they're running gear that they told them to run, but they're running something different. I'm like, that's how you die.
Everybody swears they know everything.
That's how you die. And listen, I've got my own reservations that I think that, you know, we're going to talk about with everything like that in the fitness industry. I do want to
That's the
give,
truth.
speaking of people passing, I do want to give a shout to George Peterson.
George the Bull.
It was
You're gonna be missed, my brother.
it was real tough getting that news. Like, it's even
You
tough.
text me.
It's even tough to talk about it because
Yeah, it is.
I got a message, and I was told from somebody that had someone down there that knew what was going on, and it's like yo, I'm like half tearing up right now. It's
tell
like
me about
it's
it.
like a shot to the chest when something like that happens, especially for somebody that's as gold-hearted as him. It just
The dude is just such a wonderful, wonderful human being, man.
and
Was.
it's a disservice if we don't talk about him
It's the
and
truth.
remember his name and
It's the
constantly
truth.
bring him up. So that's why I wanted to shell out that as well, because he was somebody that I had a lot of respect for. I still do, always will, and it's just a very unfortunate circumstance for something that potentially could have been avoided. Who knows? You know, we're not there. We don't know.
We don't know exactly what.
You know, there will
what
always be
happened,
speculations and rumors, and you know, I don't ever want to be the one that says it was this, it was this, it was this. I like to get all the facts, just like I do with everything.
Yes,
I like
of
to get
course.
all the facts. I like to make my own decisions and my own judgments. Anything I say to someone else, that's my opinion. Form your own.
Exactly.
I say that shit when I talk about when someone asks me, "What do you think of so and so?" and I go, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Don't let me form an opinion for you.
Yeah.
Even if I say the person is stellar, you form your own opinion.
Exactly.
So it's like I've never heard a bad word about George ever.
Ne-
I've never heard a
never,
bad
not
word
once.
about George.
I was just telling somebody the other day. I said, I could be a bit of a dick in the gym. Like, I'm just kind of standoffish. I don't really talk to everybody. I just want to kind of stay to myself sometimes, most times. And George, here he is. I'm a nobody. George, he'll be in the middle of a workout, crushing it. Guys will come in, want to talk to him, and he'll stop and wholeheartedly just have a real conversation with you.
Full conversation. He won't stop.
Never
either.
once make you think that you're interrupting him or bothering him, like
Yep.
myself. You know what I mean? He's just unbelievable. And it's like, you called me, you texted me, and I said, what?
Yeah.
This is not a joke. Like, what's going on? Nikki don't joke like this.
Yeah, I texted you, and then you called me.
I called you right
and
away.
I heard
said,
it in your voice
"What?"
instantly because you felt it like I did.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I couldn't even believe it.
I've got my own reservations with, I guess how it was handled at the Olympia. The show must go on is the saying, but to me, I think a little bit more could have been done for somebody that was a huge part of the sport.
It's funny because guys came into the gym and they were like, yo, did you watch Olympia? Like, and I said, I don't watch bodybuilding. They're like, what? I was like, I don't watch bodybuilding. They're like, so you just get on stage whenever you want? I'm like, pretty much. I just do it for me. I don't pay attention to bodybuilding. I don't know what's going on. I said, and my homeboy's not in the show, so I have nothing to look for.
Yeah.
I said I could care less.
Yeah, I didn't watch it
And
either the whole weekend.
I just
After I heard that, I had no interest in watching anything that went on after that. I saw some posts, whatever. I was like, whatever. But like once again, my feelings on it are a little bit more towards. And listen, everyone's going to handle it the way they have to. I understand that there's still the biggest show in the world still has to go on when somebody passes and like that. But like one of the top athletes passes away at almost pretty much at the venue, like in the room at the venue, and like he just gets a little speech on stage and a little post on Instagram. I don't know. I felt some kind of way about that. I thought that they could have done a little bit more than that.
I'll agree to that.
So
that's for sure. I didn't even know, and I didn't know what they did or whatever. I know George,
and that's all I saw. If there's more. Somebody fact check me. Let me know. Let me know if there's more. I will happily state that I'm incorrect. I'm never the kind of guy to sit there and go, "This is how it should be," and then somebody presents me with a fact, and then I go, fuck that. I don't believe that.
No.
So it's like
I agree.
I just feel like more could be done for such an amazing person. So I met his sister one time at Apple.
She's great too.
I met his sister briefly at Apple. I was just sitting there working across a table from her, waiting for the Genius Bar at the Apple I used to work at.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Are you Nick? Are you Nicky Rizzles?" I said, "Yeah." She goes, "You take pictures of my brother George." I was like, "Oh, that's fucking crazy." We took a picture together. We sent it to George. So it's just like I said, I don't want to bring the mood down, but at the same time, we can't not talk about him. So there's that caveat right there. So George P, love you, bro. Rest in peace, man.
Facts.
So what are we doing here? So yesterday I did the intro to Rizzology, which is what this is. This is basically, I'm going to consider this my own Howard Stern show. I'm going to consider this like all my people that come on the show that participate regularly and that have their own segments and their own bits and pieces that they add to. Because by myself, I'm okay. I'm not excellent.
I think you're great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I think you're great.
I'm not excellent. I need my good people around me to elevate me to that next level. And I know that. And I know that the people that I have in my circle, you, John Panetti, Tyler, like all of you guys collectively bring a lot of value to the show. So when we do these episodes with just you and I, and we'll do people that you know coming in as a guest for both of us.
Yes. And
they'll come in and they'll talk to us, and they'll be your people. But this segment is known as the Bat Cave.
Guaranteed.
Batman sitting across from me. I can't not call it the Bat Cave.
There's only one.
I wasn't going to call it the Fortress of Solitude. I got to call it the Bat Cave.
There is only one.
So I'm excited because we have a lot of different things planned. We have a lot of different episodes planned on top of like the regular stuff that I have going on as side stuff with the show, and then the other co-hosts that I have coming on too. All around, we build a pretty amazing show that I don't think anybody else can touch.
It's going to be phenomenal.
I don't think anybody else can touch this. So this is going to be incredible, and I welcome my man Jamal. If you don't know Jamal, we already kind of talked for like a half hour, but if you don't know Jamal, you will get to know him more and more. I think you should just give like a little bio, who you are, where you grew up. You know, we already know that you've been in the fitness industry for 25 years. Yeah, competing was kind of just like on a whim for you.
I kind of fell into it.
My man just stayed not stage, statue ready.
I try. I'm my own walk-in business card, right? So not that I even
Yeah,
show
facts.
off because I don't really show that, but just in case, just in case my pants do drop or something like that.
Whoa!
The legs got to be shredded. I got to look halfway decent. No, I'm just kidding. But
He's not though. He's shredded all the time.
I've been a trainer for over 25 years. I've been into fitness since I was 13 years, so that's over 30 years. And I just love it. I know what it's done for me and how it saved me, not only mentally but physically as well. So I bring in a different aspect of love to this profession because I watch my family, and my family, for the most part, majority of them are out of shape, unfortunately, and they suffer from metabolic syndrome. I mean, may it be, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, whatever it is. And being young, going back and forth to hospitals, to see your parents or, grandparents, loved ones, it sucks, man. It's hard. I went to school pre-med, and I just couldn't deal with being in a hospital setting on a regular basis. I don't care if you told me I could be a surgeon and I could save lives. That one life that I couldn't, I'd bring it home with me for the rest of my life. And I can't
Carry the baggage with you.
Yeah, I couldn't be the bearer of bad news in any situation. I don't like that. I'm gonna try to find a positive in every situation, no matter what, right? So I figured the best thing to do was to kind of nip things in the bud and be the first source.
First line of defense.
Exactly. So instead of me having to worry about surgeries and giving medication, let me try to get you in shape so you can combat all these
Ailments
issues
and
ailments
yeah.
early. So that's what had me jump into fitness. But growing up, my parents were like, listen, we don't have any money, so you should drop out of school and be a garbage man or something like that. And I was like, nah, I got to go to college. And they were like, well, we're not going to be able to take out loans and all this stuff for college, so you got to figure it out. And I was like, well, I can play sports, so let me see if I can get a scholarship. I was like, all right, I'm good at sports, so I need to be better. So I need to work out, I need to eat good. So I found myself just, everybody knows, if you know me, I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I used to, at 14, 3 o'clock in the morning, run 2 miles, swim 2 miles in the pool, hit the gym, walk to school, do school, play my sport, walk back to the Hofstra University and work as a lifeguard. I even lied on my papers, my working papers, because I wasn't old enough to be a lifeguard, but I lied on my working papers, the whole 9 yards, to be able to take the test, because that was the best paying job for someone my age. And I would work till 12:30 at night, walk home, get home after 1, lay down for 2 hours. So I've been like this since I can remember.
Yeah, your entire life.
So it's but I use fitness to reach a certain level and bring me to a point where I could have a good profession, make good money, but also basically just help people in the process. And that's my main thing. Although I may be like standoffish and I'm not really like a very like outgoing, personable person right away. And the reason is like my schedule is busy. When I go to the gym, I need my time. So when people do see me, it's just like, oh, he's got the crazy fuck you face. It's not that. It's not fuck you.
You're
It's
just
that
determined. You got your shit
need to
going
get
on.
this
You
in.
gotta do
Like
it.
for me and my own mental health, I need this. I've never once worked out for looks, ever in my life. Never did I care about looks. All I cared about was athletic performance and my mental health.
It's been the byproduct of your hard work.
Exactly. I know I have a temper. I know I can blow off at the hinge sometimes. This helps me like so much, and I don't think people understand that. But you got to find what works for you. And I would love to introduce this to you so that you could also use it.
There you go.
So that's as far as the training is concerned. And, I've had a ton of clients along the way that have put me in situations that were great. Some situations not so great.
And we'll talk about them all.
Yeah.
Transparency.
We'll delve into all
That's
that.
the biggest thing. I tell everybody that comes not only on the Voice and Rizzles, but on the Brageau Brothers, like everything that we do, no matter what, if we're not going to be transparent, we're not going to be honest with ourselves, with everybody, then there's no point in doing this shit.
Yeah, full transparency.
There's no fluff.
Yes. Exactly.
There's too much fake shit out there. There's too much smoke and mirrors between what people say to what people do to everything to living the successful life. All these people acting like they're millionaires. All these people acting like they're trying to help people and communities, and they're not actually doing dog shit. None of it helps anything. All it does is try to make themselves look good. It's like that person that buys those followers. It's that person that buys the 100K, but you still get 50 likes a photo. It's like something
Something's not right.
Adding
Something's not
up right here.
It's just there's a disconnect. I think what people find important and gives them happiness is so shallow nowadays. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You know, and I listen, I'm definitely gonna be a guy to say some things that people that people will not like, and I don't care.
Well, in the
'Cause it's the
bio,
honest to God truth.
in the bio of Rizzology, it's celebrating realness. So we don't play that fucking game. It is what it is.
Hands
It is
down.
what it is. So I did have it on here. I had a couple of show notes. I did want to ask you one question because we're gonna have another episode in the next week or so.
Yeah.
And that's what we're gonna have a couple more show notes. But like, so yesterday I was at the gym and I got that dude who stares at you from the other side of the gym. I know you know the type of person that is.
Mm-hmm. There's a guy in the gym right now that does that.
Yeah. It might be the same person. Who knows? And we'll talk about that off air because I'm not the guy to blow people up.
Yeah.
However,
I don't care.
I will sit here and say, like, I see, and if I nod at you, right, it's actually the same person that Tyler and I had the issue with that one time when we talked about on the air. Well, if you didn't hear that one, I'll tell you about it.
Yeah. I
But,
do remember.
Like, you've been in the fitness industry for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of person is that? What kind of person acts like that to make himself seem a certain way?
You know, it's kind of funny because I remember when I was younger, I used to get mad. I used to get so angry that I felt the need to go up to people and be like, yo, what the fuck are you looking at? And my cousins would be like, Jamal, chill. You don't really know. Like, dude, you do a lot in the gym, man. You're bouncing around all over the place. Some people are just like, damn, what is he doing?
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they're looking for that reason. I said, listen, I can tell when somebody's looking at me because they're wondering what I'm doing, or somebody's trying to stare through me like they're a bigger man than me.
Big difference in the eyes.
Yeah,
you could tell.
Big difference. I said, so when I approach someone in that mode, I already know. I'm not crossing any lines here. But I guarantee they're going more than likely, 9 times out of 10, 9.5 times out of 10, they're going to back the fuck down because most of those people that do things like that, they don't want the fight.
No.
They want you to turn away. They don't want you to approach them. They don't want you to get in their face. And when you do, it's like, no, I thought I know you. Or, oh, I was just looking at them saying, you a big guy. Listen, dude, that's not the way you do that.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, it's annoying as hell. It's annoying as hell. How do you deal with it? Me, I stare back. That's just me. In between my sets, I'll just lean.
Give him a taste in the camera.
I'll just lean
right there in the lens. There you go. Y'all see
until you turn around, or if you don't, after my next set, I'll go right back to staring at you. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I don't care.
You're great. I love that. That's that alpha mode, man.
I just don't. It was funny. They always say the guys who I don't consider myself an alpha, but I don't know. I just don't really. I can't grasp the word and kind of put the facets together to describe myself. But a lot of people call themselves that.
Yeah, well, they're not.
I'm just like, well, I don't know. Why would you do that? Why would you? That alone says you're not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I don't really approach things and look at it that way. All I know is if that's the energy you're giving me, I'm gonna give it back.
Straight back.
That's it.
Same energy.
When I was young, my grandfather and grandmother told me one thing. I was a little kid. I grew up in Brooklyn, so they were like, listen, this is what's gonna happen. If anyone ever hits you, I want you to hit them so hard that they never even dream of hitting another human being in their life again. This is the start of you making a difference. So if you get kicked out of school for fighting, as long as you are defending yourself, I do not care. If you start a fight, we will beat the skin off you. And I said, fair enough.
Very similar.
Fair enough. So
very similar to my upbringing too with my mom. My mom said the same shit.
As long as the energy you give me is the energy I'm gonna give you, but I'm a little excessive sometimes. So if you want to give me energies, 1, 2, 3, I may not stop till 10.
Oh.
So I hope you can deal. That's all.
Yeah, it's not a problem that a lot of people want to have.
But it is what it is, man.
People don't have.
People just, I don't know, I think it's just little dick energy.
Little dick energy, it is.
That's exactly what it is.
LDE.
I can't.
When you that go across the screen of the video, LDE.
Right? I can't understand and I can't grasp why guys do that.
It's weird. It's very strange. It's just like
there's a lot of things that people do now.
You don't know me. I don't know you. It's like, oh yeah, well the world's a very strange fucking place right now. Very strange.
We got a lot.
There's a lot of going on. There's
a lot of stuff we got to talk about.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
And we got plenty of memory space to store it all and upload it into the clouds somewhere.
I cannot
Probably
wait.
have people complain. I don't give a fuck.
Who cares?
Is what it is. We're here for our own benefit of giving people knowledge and having a good time and talking about shit.
It's the
We
truth.
do some snack testing. We got
I
we got a lot
can't
of
wait.
stuff, man.
Can't wait.
We got a lot of stuff. Empire's gonna be doing some stuff with us, so we got some cool stuff. And
We're going to be doing some giveaways.
giveaways with
Intensity Nutrition.
Intensity
Here we
Nutrition.
Go. Giveaways.
I know we got cool stuff, man. You trying to stay healthy during
Best
the pandemic?
pre-workout in the game.
That's it, man. I if I took caffeine, I'd probably agree. I agree
Yeah, I'm
anyway, though,
telling you
because
right now.
he doesn't tell a lie. He wouldn't make shitty products. There we
No.
go.
Not a chance. I'm not tagging my name on any damn thing.
I
That's
know.
shitty.
And Jordan told me that you guys got greens coming out. He sent me a little,
Oh
little
my
sample.
God. When we're done, I gotta show you.
Please do.
the pics, bro.
He showed
'Cause
me
we're
a-
gonna have you do the pics too
Listen, man.
for the
That's what we do.
for the videos. It's
We'll do some
phenomenal.
Cool, we got some cool shit
Phenomenal.
coming
Yeah.
down the line for everybody and everything. The good
Lifeline.
the floodgate-
performance line. It's gonna be great.
The floodgates are opening up for all amazing shit. I love
Yes.
that. On that note, I want to say I appreciate you coming down for the first episode of the Batcave.
My man,
We got way more to do.
wouldn't miss it. I can't wait to blast off with this stuff.
That's it, man. Like we're either gonna do the Batcave weekly, bi-week. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get the schedule down. We're still figuring it out. I'm still figuring out for those watching on YouTube. I'm still figuring out the look. I dropped the backdrop. It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. We get it going as it goes.
Listen, Rome wasn't built in a day.
It wasn't. No.
We'll figure it out.
And if it was, I
Here we
need
go.
that fucking business card.
Yeah,
Whoever
for
built
real.
that shit, send it over to me.
Send the contractor here.
But listen, guys, I appreciate you listening to the second episode of Rizzology and the first episode of the Batcave. Stay tuned. We got more clips coming up, giveaways, everything. Stay posted to that YouTube account. Stay posted to Instagram. I got a Twitter, too. I don't know what I'm going to do on it, but I got it.
I think I have one.
I got it. So
I think I have one.
on that note, peace.